WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskeys, and I really have something for you today. I'm in Ireland, I'm at the Dingle distillery, I have a Sons and Daughters cask. This is actually a single cask from European oak, and there was a total of 42 bottles. Yay! 46.5%. Very, very limited. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story. This is whiskey base number 139105. Let's pour this in here. I opened it up this from my German video beforehand. Sorry. Love the design, love the bottle. Even on the back we have a little bit of special information which I'm going to read. The sons and daughters of the Dingle Whiskey Distillery invested in more than whiskey. They invested in a place, a distillery, a vision. Each son and daughter filled a 25-liter European virgin oak cask with new spirit, which was triple distilled in the Dingle Whiskey Distillery. After 3 years and a day, this spirit has become whiskey. Each cask represents the small and limited nature of this distillery. Every small drop of spirit, lovingly and painstakingly distilled and matured in Dingle, a place like no other, a whiskey like no other, from the edge. Very, very good. So, Oliver Hughes, he was the owner of Porterhouse Brewery and Restaurants, had a vision way back in 2012. He started the Dingle Distillery. What's so special about that? Today there's like 5 distilleries opening up almost every month in Ireland. Well, back then there were a total of 4 other distilleries. From the age of the distilling process, number 1, Bushmills. Been distilling now for very, very long, over 100 years. Number 2, we had Middleton, New Middleton, which was built in the 70s because everyone went together with Redbreast and Powers and so on. Number 3, we had Cooley that had opened up. Yay, thank you very much then there, John Teeling. And number 4 was Kilbeggan. Kilbeggan was opened up because Cooley had bought it and reinvested in there, and they actually had started up these old museum and started producing their whiskey. And so that was number 4, and number 5 was Dingle. Yay. An old sawmill they converted into distillery. Dingle at the very edge, that's why it's called the very bottom edge then of Ireland. And that's very, very good. At the very beginning, they had the opportunity that 500 people became founding fathers. Boom. This is a bottle from one of the founding fathers. This was actually a person in Austria. Was it Austria? I'm not sure. But he allowed the Palace Bar in Ireland to fill up his cask. It was a sherry cask. And I've actually reviewed this already. My review is online. My problem is the sherry overpowers the beautiful Hawaiian punch tropical fruit moment of Dingle. Good. Didn't like it? That's my problem. That was 2012. 2015, they actually offered a separate program, which was called the Sons and Daughters. Founding Fathers, Sons and Daughters. So you bought a 25-liter cask, you filled it up, you paid for it, and then 3 years later, and one day, you could actually bottle it. Well, a lady in Germany, she's the owner of www.irish-whiskies with EYS.de, DE for Deutschland, which is Germany. She actually bought a Sons and Daughter cask, and she filled her cask with 46.5% and offered it for a limited amount of people, 42 bottles, for 90 euros each. Now, I've seen this online already for over 200 to 300 euros on auctions. It's going to probably go up to 300 to 400 euros. Who knows? Now, virgin European oak, it's different than what we have in bourbon with our virgin, with our American oak. American oak, vanilla. European oak, dark chocolate, mocha, coffee notes, and so on. And this is what you really get here. I'm happy that she filled it up. I'm very, very happy she didn't wait even longer. Mareike, thank you very much that I was allowed to buy a bottle. I did a bottle share. Don't ask. Sorry, I don't have one to sell for you. And different people in Germany got 5 to 10 CL of this and got to try that themselves, so that more and more people were actually able to buy it. My personal opinion is whiskey's there to drink. Whiskey's not there as an ornament on the shelf. Open the bottles up, drink it. That's what the distillers wanted, and that's why also Mareike is happy to always offer me a bottle, even if it's not publicly for everyone else at the moment. All right, here I have a sherry bomb, and here I have at the beginning I get nice Hawaiian tropical fruit notes, guava, mango, a star fruit, a little bit of coconut, a tiny little bit here of cinnamon, but then that oak, that European dark chocolate coffee mocha moment takes over, and it's just like there's a little bit of a fight between the two between the two of them, and the tipping point has been reached, and the European oak has overpowered this almost. 46.5%, a very wise choice, non-chilled filtered, no color added, and yet the most bottles possible. 42. Mm. Mm. It comes in very fruity, very, very nice. A Dingle quality I love. I love batch number one. I had a sample of it. Ireland only. Hawaiian punch, beautiful. Batch number two, they played around with some sherry casks. Okay, nah, batch number three, they played around the sherry cask and also the port together. And then I think it was batch number four, they just put out 30,000 bottles at once, and that was just such a poor quality. I felt they rushed it. They didn't wait long enough for the cask to mature that they should be. I had a lot of metallic type of new make moments in there. What a shame, because Dingle is a great system, a great place. Don't forget they produced about 2 barrels a day on of whiskey or of spirit, and now they've actually expanded, and they should be up to about 4 barrels a day. Which, concerning the enormous amount of demand, that's basically nothing. I bought this for like 280 euros, and you can buy them on the often on auction sites now for like 400. I had from Mr. Whiskey a couple bottles here as well. I opened them up. I shared them with others. I was paying 140, 180, and they were going for 300 to 500 euros online. It's amazing the prices people are willing to pay in Ireland to have the complete set of J.J. Corey, to have the complete set here of Dingle and so on. Sorry, 500 founding fathers. You're not going to have all of them because, hey, I know from Mr. Whiskey, he had 2 casks, one for him, one for his wife. And he filled up, his wife's he sent back, and they bought the back from him. And so even there'll be less and less casks coming out. The same thing now with the sons and daughters that are slowly hitting the market. Even here, you won't have all of them. I'm sure many of the people are going to go, whoops, wow, no thank you. Oh, and then Dingle buys them back, and everything's okay there. So you'll never have all of them that were actually offered out there. But those are the people that want to have the collection, and they're willing to have deep pockets and pay a lot for that, so why not? Oaky, over oaked. What a shame. As I said, very nice, and then it just goes oak, 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 oak. Even at the end here, it's a long mocha oak finish. If that's what you want in an Irish whiskey, yeah, this is the whiskey to buy, if you can find it. But that's what I'm not looking for in Irish whiskey. Sorry. If this would have been bottled maybe 2 years later, terrible whiskey. If this would have been bottled maybe 6 months earlier, who knows? We might have been able to have a little bit. The tipping point might not have been reached there. The same thing here. It's just over sherried. It's 58%. That's also one of the differences between the two of them. What I would want to do, and I'm going to try this right now, is I mentioned this in my German video. I didn't do it. Is I want to put the oakiness of the sherriness together and see what happens. Oh, I can imagine a combination of these two being really, really nice blend. Still single malt because it's the same distillery there, just no longer single casks. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh, at the end there's a nice dark chocolate there, without going to the mocha, without going to the coffee. Very interesting. Hey, distillers, blenders at Dingle, mix a little bit of this and a little bit of this and get something nice. That's very, very nice. Like that. I wasn't a big fan of this. I wasn't a big fan of this, but together they're great. This is going to get a C minus for its taste. It's going to get a D plus for its price, even at 90 euros. at 200, 300, 400, maybe even 500 euros in the future. Who knows? Because the auction sites and the demand, never. I'm so happy I was able to open this up and get it at retail and be able to share it with some of my other Irish whiskey fans out there. So, thank you very much for watching. My videos come out usually on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Contact me if you'd like, whiskyjason@gmail.com. No, I do not send international samples, only within here, Germany. And so sorry, and I don't have a second bottle. All right, for you at least. Whiskey Jason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany, tasting rare and exotic whiskeys. All the best. Please like, please subscribe, please tell others. Bye bye.